It's the U.S. versus Brazil, North America versus South America, Errico versus C.Calmon. Transitioning into the women's semifinals right now. Top of the food chain kind of stuff out there in the water. Soleil Errico, 3-time world champ, up against the surfer on screen, C.Calmon, and an unforced error right there by Chloe to start things off, especially these two top of the food chain kind of stuff. You just want to see them to be actually able to surf, and so far C.Calmon, she has 2 waves, a 217 on this one, and then another misfire. Pretty rare to see this.
Goofy foot out of Brazil and the regular foot out of Malibu. Here we're going to see the goofy foot take it again on the left. Opens up with a 217. She was opening up pretty good, but kind of comes unglued when she was returning there. Going to try to work this one in the inside there. It's really important to stay in front of that wave to try to make it into that inside section as it starts to form a little bit more with that higher tide. Yeah, I think she kind of anticipated a bit more speed and energy in that from that turn, but not able to. Again, you see almost a hiccup there. Also, again, her last heat was in much cleaner condition.
And for C.Calmon, obviously an opportunity of a lifetime right here, coming up against a former champion at this event in Soleil Errico, where she not only makes it to the semifinals for the first time, potentially looking to be world #1 at this point of the year too. That would be huge for her. Soleil, though, with a good nose ride right there. She has a lot more to say about that, though, Carla.
Yeah, Soleil's not going to make that easy for Chloe. She knows how to put out all the stops, throwing that 10 in there, which is definitely going to catch the eye of the judges. Waves or something close to that. So we'll see the replay here of Soleil. Scratches into this one. Does a slight fade, left, go right. Sets up for the nose ride with the 4 steps to the nose. Nails the 10. Brings it back. Redirects it into the curl. She's looking for that second opening section there.
Meanwhile, Errico needs less than a 1 to be able to move up into first. Here goes Chloe in the blue jersey, looking left for the first time really this heat. Great touch of the 5 right there for her second nose ride so far in this wave. And once again, not only the consistency, it seems like that south swell slowly pushing in and really allowing for that connection through to the inside, especially in the mid part of the wave.
Offering the ladies here a bit more time to get some scores into the reform. You see her get the 5. Nice fast steps to the 5 and the 10. Gets the 5 again as she kind of bobs and weaves and works that rail into the drop knee, trying to get into the reform there. So at this point, because Chloe has already dropped that 6, Soleil is going to be thinking, all right, I got to think bigger.
You got to match it at least, right? Here she goes. Good touch of the 5 right there for Errico. Once again, much better, tighter 5. And able to convert with priority on this wave right here. How's the style coming out of that nose ride too? And it seems like C.Calmon was going left on that one, so going to be able to see what she was able to do on the split peak situation.
We see Soleil. This is her second ride. Stylishly turns it into the right hand swing of the wave, gets the 5, goes back, gets another 5 to 10, brings it back into that reform section, looking for that open inside. Almost looks like it's going to do it a little bit more, but then it just disappears as it gets a bit closer.
Really converting on opportunities with priority being used, Carla.
Yeah, what a great drop knee right there from Chloe. As she works it all the way into the inside there, not able to do so.
And Soleil on her last needing at least a 6.37 to move up into first. She goes again under priority to the nose. Great nose ride right there by Errico. Boy, once again, looking really fun out there. At least they're making it look that way, Carla, because still difficult. Water's a bit chilly. And she's making her way through to the inside right here. And a nice little touch of the lip right there to finish things off on her 3rd ride in the first 19 minutes of this heat, waiting on a couple of scores for her. Different conditions, but I think it might come down to the use of the rail, as we've seen Errico really be able to combine things, both her nose riding and her rail surfing ability. Once again, it just seems like she has found her rhythm out there with the ocean. And talking about somebody who not only made the final here last year, has won in the past. Last year's runner-up, before that a world champion in 2023. Wow, she is just truly converting on every wave that she's ridden so far in this heat.
We've seen all through the event that when the riders, as you see her get the 5 to the maybe tight 5 there, holding her ground through the whitewater section, rebounds it back around into the curl. And then as you see, she kind of pets the kitty, but see, she gets that little inside tip time almost.
Looking at the replay here, needs the best of the heat on this one.
Definitely gets some tip time. Not the cleanest of nose rides we've seen thus far. It's also not as clean as her last heat. Gets some more tip time there.
The highest seats throughout the event too, which also make things a lot more difficult for her throughout the run in the event. 10 seconds, so this wave's gonna count. 7:06 is what she needs. Tight 5 right there by C.Calmon. And the heat is over. This wave's still counting though. Needs the best of the heat, 7:06, and despite a good effort, seems like once again this score might come down just a bit short of the requirement. As S.Errico right here did surf a strong heat, had a couple of 6s in her scoreline, and it's not going to be enough for Chloe C.Calmon. She's going to have to settle with a 3rd place finish here at the Lexus US Open.